All right. All right. All right. All right. We're here. Hey, 7:30 out here in LA. And I'm here.
Celebrate.
Oops, what's going on, guys? I'm live, letting everybody come on in the room. How y'all living? Come on in the room. Everybody come on in the room. Got that HC5 shirt. Check out that HC5 shirt. You can get that at hiddencolorsfilm.com and get your tickets to see Hidden Colors 5. Wow. At hiddencolorsfilm.com. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get this fan on me. Oh, man. How y'all living? Let me let everybody know on the gram that we're here and I'm doing my thing. How's everybody doing, man? Hope you guys are having a fun summer so far. Summertime is here. And it's time for fun and it's time for empowerment. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Let me do this real quickly. But again, HC5, the world premiere will be out here in LA, July 31st. That's Wednesday, one night only, at the Aria Fine Arts Theater in Beverly Hills. Join me there and other people. It's going to be star-studded, action-packed. It's going to be the event of the city. And then the next day is going to be in other cities around the country. And you guys go to hiddencolorsfilm.com to get that popping. Hiddencolorsfilm.com, where we at? Hiddencolorsfilm.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me let the gram know that I'm live. And then we good to go. All right. All right. Okay. So we're here. We're here. We're here. All right. So how y'all doing, man? Let everybody come on in the room. Everybody pile up on in the room. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Now, what time is it on the East Coast right now? Where are my East Coast people? Let me show y'all the shirt again in HC5. Everybody's loving the shirts. You can get this at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Somebody mentioned Lil Nas X. I just saw that story where he finally came on out. Didn't everybody kind of already know that the dude was LGBT, the rapper Lil Nas X? Yeah, there was some stuff that was leaked about him a couple of weeks ago. You know, he was some old tweets that he was making where he was, kind of tooting it up, So they kind of exposed him. Or I wasn't really shocked. And plus, you can kind of tell a little bit, What's up, Tricia? But with Lil Nas X, anybody shocked? But let me say this. Yeah, for those who don't know, the rapper Lil Nas X has the song Old Town Road, very popular song. He done went on and came out the closet. Now, let me say this. Do y'all think that's an accident? Don't think that that's an accident. I was talking about this not too long ago, the other day. There's a reason why they pushed him out there. Listen to me. There's a reason why they pushed him out there. I mean, the song is cool, good song, but they know what to push. There's a lot of good songs out there, but certain songs get a certain amount of push. So they pushed this guy out here, and I noticed something with this dude, with Lil Nas X. They got him doing a lot of stuff with children. They would put him in schools performing that song. If you look up online, there's a lot of videos of him at schools performing that song. And I thought that was very interesting because a lot of rappers, you don't have them doing that. You don't have a bunch of rappers at little elementary schools performing. So what they did, they got this guy and really worked him, especially targeted him to school children. And it was a good song. I like the song Old Town Road. And then all of a sudden, hey, by the way, this guy's LGBT. So they'll make it seem like, okay, what's up, Charm? What's up, Miss Natural Charm? So they put this guy out here, still on the charts, yeah. So they're telling young kids, hey, if you want to get on, look at the subliminal message. If you want to get on, especially if you're a black kid, this is what you need to do. You know? Yeah, Lil Nas X came on out the closet. He did it for Pride Month. Yeah, but some people leaked some stuff about him a couple of weeks ago. So even that might have been by design to kind of soften people up for it so everybody wouldn't be tripping. You know? And again, they've been trying to equate black struggle and use that to springboard LGBT rights. So whenever they push a black person out who's coming out of the closet, understand they're trying to equate the black struggle with the gay struggle. That's the game. They were doing that all in that debate that they had. They were doing that. So he was being bullied on Twitter to come out because a lot of folks knew. They knew. They knew. You dig? But, it is what it is. We got to understand these agendas. And I was talking about this the other day. The singer rapper Russ, he's a white boy, and he made a tweet. And let me find the tweet. Let me read it. I'll read it because I don't want to paraphrase. Russ, that's his name. And Russ put up a tweet. And hold on, where is it? Where is it? Hold on. And I know, what are some of the songs that Russ has? I know he had a song called Falling in Love. Okay, here it is. Russ said, the industry owned and ran by white people uses young, naive, financially desperate black kids to perpetuate negative black stereotypes that in turn hold back and further destroy the black community. Black kids are used as weapons of mass destruction against their own people. Okay, he said that, and some people were like, well, we agree. Let me say this. This is the singer Russ. Now, Russ, and y'all let him listen to this. There's two things that are kind of incorrect or out of pocket about that statement. One thing about Russ his family is Sicilian. Okay? Russ's family is Sicilian. Do you know that? He kind of has one of these ethnically androgynous looks, but his family's Sicilian. He sings and raps. All right? His family is Sicilian. No, Russ is not black. Russ is not black. He's white, but his family's Sicilian. Now, for a person with a Sicilian background, you shouldn't be saying a damn thing about violence and negative stereotypes when y'all got the whole damn mafia in your culture. All right? That's first of all, Russ. You guys have the mafia culture where there's people in your culture commit all types of murder. They invented the term organized crime. Okay? Let's just kind of wheel your little bullshit back. I don't like when people come from other cultures trying to talk about what's going on with black society. And you got the damn Gambino family and the crime family. Okay, Russ, you can sit your ass down with your little vulturing ass. You're a vulture, my dude. You got mob wives, all this stuff. Come on, bruh. I don't want to hear all that. There was a mafia killing out there in Long Island not too long ago in broad daylight. Yo, dude, there's a culture of crime going back a century at least. It is? So let's not do that. I don't like when these other groups, see, that's the thing. All these other groups come over and basically we're just getting different flavors of hate, anti-black hate from all these other groups. We got all these different flavors of hate from other groups. I don't want to hear nothing about no Sicilian or Italian talking about what black folks need to do and black stereotypes or whatever, because you ain't doing nothing to rectify it, but vulturing in the culture, yeah, that's unacceptable. coming from him. Yeah, yeah. These guys get into black culture, eat all black culture, and then try to take shots, just like that big fat Action Bronson stealing the style, cadence, and flow of Ghostface, and then want to turn around and diss Ghostface. See, that's the colonizer mentality. All right? That's the colonizer mentality. They come in and consume your culture and then annihilate the people's culture who they consume from. And another thing, when he talks about the rappers and artists who are poor and they perpetuate stereotypes that harm black society. See, that's that, what about black on black crime? You is your own worst enemy. Let's break that down. Number one, if black people are poor and they're desperate and naive, let's break everything down that he said. He used these three terms. They're young, naive, financially, and desperate. And this is why they perpetuate the stereotypes. So now, why? Why are black people poor? Why are we so financially desperate? See, we got to break all that stuff down. See, we can look at his culture, the Sicilian culture, and see why y'all going around here create organized crime. You understand why are you guys creating organized crime? That's something that you chose to do on your own volition. Because that's your get down. That's part of your culture. Black people are put in situations, and the only black people who really commit crime are black people in economically deprived areas. Middle-class black people and well-to-do black people don't commit crime. You understand? So we're going to have to be very honest about what the issue is. See, the issue is systematic white supremacy, which creates deprivation. See, we're in a system of social prison dominations. That's why the only places that commit crime, if there's a lot of crime, are in economically deprived areas in black society. Now, Russ, in your community, in the mafia community, in the Sicilian community, you got people who are well-to-do, middle class, committing all types of murders. Yeah? So you're not at liberty to point fingers at black society. And on the other side of that, another thing that we always forget about the music industry is who's on the charts right now. Because what's interesting, a lot of people on the charts right now, they're not even foundational black Americans. When you look at the music charts right now, the people on the top of the charts, many of these people are first and second generation immigrants who come in and then they fall into stereotypes that white people tell about us, and then they go overboard with the stereotypes. Most of the people on the charts, if you look at the top 20, they're not even foundational black Americans. Look at the charts right now. Let's just break it all down. Look at who's on the charts right now. Look who's damn near everybody's an immigrant. On the hip hop charts, Drake, Nicki Minaj, and these are direct immigrants. They were Cardi B, Lil Baby, Kodak, Prince Montana, DJ Khaled, Rihanna. You understand? You could just break the whole list down. Most of the people on the charts, 21 Savage, Rich the Kid. You dig? Now, is Lil Baby, is he Haitian or is it Rich the Kid? Okay, I'm getting him and Rich the Kid mixed up. It's Rich the Kid, not Lil Baby. Rich the Kid. My bad. Rich the Kid. I get these niggas mixed up sometimes. But it's Rich the Kid, not Lil Baby. It's Rich the Kid. Yeah. So you got to watch folks like that. You got to watch folks who post. I don't know what Post Malone is. Yeah. Because yeah, there's a lot of niggas with the name Baby. You got Birdman, who's Baby. Then you got Da Baby. Then you got Lil Baby. There's a lot of babies out here. So the names in some of these niggas just become one big blob. So you get confused. Yeah, I can't keep up with some of them. Yeah, man. But cats like that, like Russ. I mean, just get your own culture in check, dude. You're eating good. We don't need your little bullshit ass input, dude. Talking about these execs and all right, well, go do something about white supremacy then, dude. If that's the problem, well, you need to do something about go attack white supremacy, dude. Go for the jugular for them. Don't go on and on about how blacks are desperate and this and that. Go into white supremacy. Go into them hard. Go in. Get in? Go in on them. But the thing is, man, all these other groups, we got to deal with different flavors of racism that comes from them. Anti-black racism. When it comes to us talking about reparations, all these other groups, these other minority groups, they come down and swoop down and try to shit on us. And do you know the U.S. government has paid reparations to damn near every other group but us? The U.S. government has paid some form of reparations to damn near every group except foundational black Americans, the people who actually built the wealth of this country. See, the name of the game is anti-black hatred. Anti-black hatred, anti-black racism for all these groups. That's the common denominator that everybody's supposed to have. When they come over here, the American dream, and I want y'all to understand, don't listen to what these people tell you, listen to what they say. The American dream is all about coming over here, getting unearned benefits, and practicing anti-black racism. That right there is the American dream. The narrative that a lot of people like to push is that immigrant groups come over here and work harder than black people, and this is why they succeed. The whole model minority myth, that's always been used to undermine black society. There's no model minority. There's no that whole concept is used for the sole purpose of undermining us. Because look, white society don't care too much about these other groups unless they can undermine us. And these other groups are very aware of that. These other groups are very aware of the prerequisite of anti-black hatred in order to get more tangibles. I'm gonna get on Jay Morrison in a minute. We're gonna take our time tonight. I get on Jay Morrison in a minute. But other groups, they come through with that anti-black hatred because they understand. So, okay, shout out to somebody sitting in Cash App. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, by the way, and y'all let me hold that thought. By the way, my birthday is tomorrow, July 1st. I'm a Cancer. Where are my Cancers? Shout out to all my Cancers. My birthday is tomorrow, July 1st. Actually, it's going to be midnight tonight. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So in a couple of hours on the East Coast, it will be my birthday. All right? A lot of folks have been sending birthday wishes already. A lot of people are like, we want to send you something. We want to send you a gift. What can we send you something? I don't know what to get. So this is what I did. I said, if y'all want to send something, which I don't, I'm gracious if people want to send something. I ain't going to turn that down because everything is useful. But I got my Cash App right under the bottom, right here. It's the $ KingFlex818. That's my Cash App. if anybody wants to give some birthday love. You dig? If anybody want to give some birthday love, hit the Cash App right there below, and I appreciate that. For those who wanted to do something for my birthday, people appreciate what I do. Hey, much love, and I'll take that. I'll take that, but that's my Cash App right there. It's my birthday. I'm going to be 73 years old. I got my ass whooped in Selma, too. All right? But like I said, like I was saying, excuse me. Damn. Nigga feeling old already. You know, old motherfucker's throat be all phlegmy. Damn. Excuse me. But, excuse me. My Peanut got some kind of surprise for me tomorrow. She's taking me somewhere. I don't know what the hell she's gonna do. So I'm gonna take you somewhere. I don't know. It might be a spa or some shit. She's like, it's a surprise, but just bring a change of clothes in a bag. I said, okay. Where the fuck you taking me? Cory Booker's house? I need to know. No, I ain't gonna tell you. Just take a bag. I said, oh shit. So I don't know. She's taking me something. It might be some kind of spa or something. I just hope there's a woman there doing whatever that's gonna be done to my back, because I don't want no damn. I don't want to go there and this Lil Nas X gonna perform Old Town Road live. I don't know. Yeah. So that nigga have some cowboy boots and a thong doing the remix. You dig? I'm cool. So I'll see. And speaking of Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, we got a long show tonight. There's so much I got to talk about. But, people are going in, with Kamala Harris, people are like, ain't nobody, they're trying to blacken her up, and everybody's rejecting her. Everybody's rejecting Kamala Harris and this whole sister girl thing, and, she's really trying to blacken it up, and now the Democrats, they got them really attacking black society now at this point. But Cory Booker, he got on Twitter and he said something like, what did he say? He's trying to talk all tough. He said, I want to find the exact tweet this dude put up. Here it is. Cory said, Kamala doesn't have shit to prove. And everybody was shocked. Oh, damn, is that you talking like that, Cory? Yes, I said it. And I'm like, this nigga done said that with a lisp. Like, they done got Cory he's trying to black it up now. That's them trying to black it up. I told y'all about that. They start using profanity and start cursing and all. This is some bullshit. And this nigga is saying it. He's tweeting it while he got on some Wonder Woman boots. He's super bitch while he's tweeting it. All right, Cory, he's being a tough guy now. Yeah, they all get to cut when they try to toughen it up. Yeah, now you tough. I guess they done told him, you need to butch it up a little bit, Cory, because your moisture is coming through, so you need to kind of thug it up a little bit. Yeah, me and T-Bone's gonna fuck y'all niggas up if y'all don't vote for my home skillet. You dig? Jive turkeys. So, oh God, this nigga's trying to butch it up and get his little soul man game up. Listen here, you little skeezers. Now you better vote, Daddy-O. That's going to be your ass, Jive Turkey. I split when I say I want to split. Can you dig it? Show you right. He going to start using outdated slang. Shout out. Oh, look at everybody. Look at the Cash App. The Cash App is on fire right now. Shout out to the family. Much respect. Let me give y'all some shout outs. Shout out to Tara, Ambrielle, Ty Quinn, Terrence Mack. Shout out to Latasha Morris, James, Timothy. Shout out to men. I love y'all, man. Much respect. Much respect to the family. Somebody said, for some birthday peanut brittle, you ain't shit. Whoever sent me $11 trying to mess up my little colon. So shout out to the family. But like I said, The government has paid everybody reparations except foundational Black Americans. Everybody. And the fact that we're pushing the issue is a great thing. We should continue to do that. We got to continue to do that. The thing is, like I said, everything is codified by anti-Black hatred. And I'm glad that we're not accepting it. See, we got to stop accepting it because they've designated us the dumping ground. We're the trash heap of society. So you're supposed to dump everything on us. You dump degradation, you dump filth, you dump other cultures onto us, you dump your hatred. And we just sat here on some, well, we got to be a big melting pot. This country is not a melting pot. We're the melting pot. Melting pots are unsanitary. A melting pot is a toilet to a certain degree. If you're just throwing everything in a pot, you're creating a toilet. You understand? Shout out to my nieces. Look at my beautiful nieces, Taylor and Cameron. Shout out to my sister Tia. My sister Tia is running for, is it council person out there in Novi, Michigan? And I want y'all to vote for my sister when election time comes up. I want y'all to vote for my sister Tia Sanders. But like I said, when you throw everything in one pot, just every damn thing, that doesn't make it good. Other groups are exclusionary. They don't allow you to throw everything in the pot with them. So we're not a melting pot. Boy, these other groups come over and they create their own little enclaves where they exclude people. White society, they're the kings and queens of exclusion. They're not a damn melting pot. We are the melting pot, and the melting pot means toilet. You just dump everything in a damn toilet. We got to stop being the damn toilets of all people. Just like gumbo. You know, they say gumbo, you're supposed to just throw everything in there. If you put too much in gumbo, you'll mess it up. Gumbo has a lot of stuff in it, but if you put too much shit in gumbo, it ain't gonna taste good. You have to put just enough in there, and what you put in the gumbo has to complement the other flavors. You understand? You put things in there that's going to complement other flavors. You dig? They throw everything at us, and we're supposed to accept it. They throw anybody at us. That's why immigrant groups, when they come over, they dump them in Black society. Everything, you notice everything gets dumped on us. They got a new drug, they dump it onto Black society. They got some new deviant sexual habits, they dump it on Black society. They got some new bullshit, malt liquor or anything like that, it gets dumped on Black society. You know, when we try to create something like hip-hop was something that we created from the ground, and it had a positive connotation at first. Then they got it, poisoned it, and then dumped it back on Black society. You understand? And they do this literally and figuratively. When Black people are thriving in their communities, they go and dump freeways in Black society. When you put and they did this all around the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. Understand, when you put a freeway in a neighborhood, that brings down the value of the neighborhood. And they did that deliberately by dumping these freeways and train tracks and all this stuff in Black society. You bring down the property value. Nobody wants to live really around all that damn traffic like that. So we get things dumped on us. And when Black people say, hey, wait a minute, we don't want that, we don't want nothing dumped on us no more. Now Black folks are saying, hey, look, Black Americans are saying, we are our own group. So we want to look out for our group. So now everybody wants to cry foul. Now that Black folks, we, foundational Black Americans, we're saying we don't want you to dump stuff on us no more. We don't want you to dump people on us no more. We're our own group, and we want to look out for our own group. Oh, well, y'all niggas are xenophobic now. Oh, well, that's discriminatory. That's a form of racism. See the game they're trying to play on us, and they only play that game on us. And also, when black people try to get what everybody else is getting, see, everybody else comes over and they ask for tangibles and they get tangibles. Native Americans, they want tangibles for being misplaced, they got tangibles. Jewish people got tangibles. LGBT, they're getting tangibles. People who aren't even citizens are getting tangibles. They're prioritizing people who aren't even citizens and just offering them a plethora of unearned benefits that was generated from our labor and our current tax dollars. You understand? Everybody's getting unearned benefits. Now, the minute black folks say, hey, we need reparations, man. We need something. We've never gotten anything exclusive from other people. So we need something as foundational black Americans. All of a sudden, stop begging. Oh God, y'all begging. All you blacks are just begging. Why are you niggas begging? God. Now we begging? And that's the game that they try to play on us, these shaming tactics. Oh, God, the welfare mentality. Oh, God, here we go. Well, welfare was created for white people. Let me tell you, and don't let them shame you. Family, don't let them shame you with that. White people are the beggingest people on the planet. White people are the beggingest people on the planet. They want it all. They always got their damn hand out for something. White people and other groups follow. They teach us that we ain't supposed to ask for nothing. Bullshit. Dude, do you know all types of kickbacks white people get, and they've always been getting? They've always been getting kickbacks. Let there be something free somewhere. They'll be the first ones in line for something free. Man, please, or a discount, something. Man, a white person will stab your ass. Go look at those Black Friday sales. White people be beating each other's ass over that little bullshit. Don't let them fool you. They sit up here and shame you for asking for something, and they're the first in line for the freebies and goodies. And they know this. They love unearned benefits. They got all types of little hookups and secret little hookups where they get free shit off the backs of others. A lot of these corporations, they got hookups from the 14th Amendment. Even before that, when they gave they had the Homestead Act. The black people couldn't be a part of that, but the Homestead Act was basically they gave a bunch of free land in all the western parts of the country, free land to people. All you had to do was show up and be white to get free land. And I think you might have had to pay like a $10 processing fee or something like that. But all you had to do was show up, be white, and you got acres of free land. And white people have passed that land down to each other to this day. That land and the value of that land didn't go anywhere. Then they got free land and flipped it and flipped it and flipped it. All those Clive and Bundys and all that. That's from the Homestead Act, man. These people been getting free land and flipping it for years and sitting up here talking about, well, all you niggas in welfare. Remember Clive and Bundy? Well, y'all niggas in all this welfare with all this cattle land that your ass didn't earn. Well, boy, y'all black people in your welfare. I mean, God. You dig? They're the kings and queens of free shit. Kickbacks and set-asides and hookups from friends and family. They're the kings and queens of unearned benefits. You better ask for everything you need. I ain't afraid of nothing. You supposed to. Don't let these folks money shame you. The Negroes start doing that. See, then that stuff starts seeping into other black folks, and black folks start acting like we ain't supposed to get no money. Man, you asking for money, fuck all that. No, we're supposed to get what we're supposed to get. Shout out to everybody who's hit me up on the Cash App. That's what's buzzing right now. Much respect to the family. I appreciate you. Let me see. Timothy Muhammad, you sent $1. Okay, brother. This ain't TD Jake's church now. Y'all sent $1. I can't do shit with that. Jamie Howard, Alex Kyle, shout out to Nikki, Bridgeside, Stephen Johnson, shout out to that brother. Shout out to you guys. Motherfucker sent me $1. That what you think about my birthday? Nigga, I'm not 2 years old. You get that shit to a 2-year-old. I appreciate you, but damn. Are you somebody grandma? Grandma give you a birthday card with $1 in them. I'm like, here, baby. What's this, granny? $1. And when you 5, you're oh shit. I'm about to get me some Now Laters, some Lemonheads, some Skittles. You start thinking all the candy you're gonna get. The fuck I'm gonna do with that $1? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Mateo. If I'm 5 years old, that's a come up. I can get all types of Jolly Ranchers. You dig? I'm a grown ass nigga. Giving a grown ass nigga as old as I am. I'm damn near my 70s. And give me $1. Right. I got gout medicine I gotta pay for. Shit. I got old nigga problems. I don't need that shit. Man, I got heart medicine I need to get. I got knee braces. I got old nigga problems. I gotta get some. I gotta get orthopedic socks, nigga. I gotta get Metamucil to stay regular. I got old nigga problems, and you gotta do better than that, bro. Yeah. Shit. My God. Yeah, I got blood pressure pills. I appreciate you, but just think about the elderly, brother. Dude, man. But some more Scooter the Shooter. Yeah, I gotta do some more Scooter the Shooter. But yeah, but don't let people shame you with that begging stuff. And another thing with these white supremacists, and I talked about this on Twitter, and also these anti-black haters that come with the white supremacists. There's this one Asian anti-black racist. He went to one of these rallies up there in Oregon and deliberately got into a fight and deliberately got himself beat up. And that's another con game that these dudes do. You got a lot of these white supremacists and these anti-black racists who sit up and spew all of their garbage. And then they'll go to a rally and they'll deliberately get beat up and then start taking pictures and selfies and then throw up a GoFundMe page for some money. That Andy Ngo guy. So yeah, he went out and he looked like he planned on getting beat up. He was talking about it beforehand. So that's a little hustle these dudes got. And also what it does, they do that to take one for the team, basically. Yeah, he's a troll. He's not a journalist. Yeah, they kept trying to promote him as a journalist, and he works for that same website that put up that Coleman Cruz Hughes guy. That's the same publication that employs him. And these dudes get out here and orchestrate these little fights, and they go out there and deliberately get themselves beat up, and then they'll say, oh, look, I'm a victim. Send me some money. And Antifa, if they're beating me because I'm conservative, and, they get into victim mode. That's something they use to get into victim mode. It's a money grab for them. It's a money grab for him. Yeah, Quillette. He runs, that Quillette. And Quillette, again, that's a white supremacist publication. Quillette, They try to make themselves sound scientific, but they do a lot of this black folks got low IQ garbage. So that's what they're about. Anytime you see Quillette, anybody connected with them, understand it's one of those anti-black publications. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And now a lot of people are asking about Jay Morrison. I had a real big issue with Jay Morrison because of something he said publicly. And I've had Jay Morrison on the show. And let me talk, because a lot of y'all are asking about that. And I'll play what Jay Morrison said and what I had an issue with. I have a real big problem with this. Hold on. I got a real big problem with this. Because it's off code and it's incorrect. Now let me play this. Let me play this clip in here. All right. Okay, let me play this is Jay Morrison's clip. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this. I'll do this. Hold on. All right. Okay. So this is Jay Morrison. And look, I've had Jay Morrison on my broadcast before. You know, I thought he was cool. I don't need nobody to call in, dude. I don't need nobody to call in. Because there ain't really nothing to talk about. You dig? Hold on. Ain't nothing to talk about, man. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ain't nothing really to talk about. What the fuck is there to talk about, man? My thing is, if I co-sign somebody, if I give you props, and then people turn around and you say something that's just really off the wall, and it's off the wall to the point where it's detrimental, you know, I don't need, at this point, it's very important for us to be on code. Right now, we're pushing the reparations thing hard. We got these people on the ropes. We're making some progress here. Yeah, there's certain people that I co-sign, and the minute you say something fucked up, I'll be like, I'm cool on your ass. Just like with that Tariq bastard. I'm cool as hell on certain. I drop a motherfucker at the drop of a hat. So is HC5 sold out in Minnesota? Probably is, okay. But yeah, man, look, if you say something off the wall and off code, I'm cool on you. I'm cool. I publicly say I ain't cool with you. Just so when people start asking, don't ask. I didn't say what I had to say. I'm cool. But he was talking about, well, this ain't it. This is the wrong thing. He was talking about reparations, and he put up a post talking about how reparations is foolish. It's foolish to ask for reparations, and then started talking about sovereignty. It was bullshit, man. There was no way to spin this. But listen to this. Man, let's discuss this. Listen to what Jay Morrison is saying, and let me know if I'm overreacting. I don't think I am. But this is what he said, and I have a major problem with it. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Men with a level of respect to ask your former oppressor, your current oppressor, and former slave master's children to then do something for you, you refuse to do for your damn self. So before we can get somebody else to repair us or give reparations, now mind you, I say it's due. Listen, you owe me $10, not give me $9. I say it's due. But what I'm saying to us is we are fool to be hashtagging, tweeting, and talking about somebody else repairing us when we can't even pick up a positive word to greet each other with. Hope, man. Now, I got a whole path for reparations, and it starts with a public vote called a Black Vote Day, and we got to unify ourselves around one nationality. That nationality gets recognized by a sovereign nation. That sovereign nation gives us a seat at the World Court. Then we go to the world.
Okay. Wait. Okay, what? It got quiet. What happened? Hold on. Okay, hold on. What happened? Hold on, it got quiet.
Men with a level of respect to ask your former oppressor, your current oppressor, and former slave master's children.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Okay, but y'all get the point. Okay. All right. Okay. There's so much bullshit on top of that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of bullshit that was on top of what he was saying. That was loaded with bullshit. I'm sorry. That's why I went on his page because he put up a couple of posts. I'm like, hey, man, what you saying, that ain't it, bro. He was like, no, man, no, listen to part 2. All right, part 2 ain't it either. That's bullshit. I went on his page and let him know. I'm cool on that. Do y'all know what? There's so many levels of bullshit to what dude was saying. That's why I'm like, dude. First, it was like, how we look going to our former oppressor asking for something. Well, damn it, they got it. They took something that's owed to us. Hold on, let me do this. Let me play the other part of what he said, because let me play the first part. Hold on, let me do that. Let me play the first part of what he said, because this was like, he did 2 videos like this, and I didn't post the other one. Hold on, I'm going to play, where is that? Where is that? Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Life insurance, actual reparations. Okay. All right. Let me play this version of it. Okay. This is another one. This is the part 1, I guess. But all right. Let me go here. All right. Where we at? Okay. There we go.
We saw this week, there's a big conversation about reparations this week. It was all over Instagram about, we went to the Congress asking for reparations. I'm a firm believer in reparations, AKA repair aid, AKA restitution. But how the hell can we go to our oppressor, to our former slave masters' children, the same government that benefited from our enslavement, from Jim Crow, from redlining areas like Chicago, creating the ghettos, from the war on drugs, school to prison pipeline, the same government we're going to saying, we want you to contribute towards our repair and give restitution for all of your human rights violations and wrongdoings. 1, that's some foolish. 2, it's even more foolish for a people that do not even give themselves the dignity and respect to speak to their women and their men with a level of respect to ask your former oppressor, your current oppressor, and former slave masters' children. We saw this week the big conversation about reparations.
That's bullshit talk, man. Dude, that's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. Well, that's foolish because you don't respect yourself. The fuck is this dude talking about? What are you talking? What kind of bullshit is that? That's bullshit, dude. That's bullshit. I can't even describe that any other way. It's foolish to ask your oppressor. No, you're supposed to get what your oppressor took. It's foolish when we don't respect our women. What? The fuck does that have to do with us getting what's due? What does that have to do? What about black on black crime? Man, the police ain't gonna stop shooting if we stone. We gotta stop shooting ourselves. What? Native Americans didn't get money because of they respect their women. They got on code and they looked out for their group. All these other groups, Japanese, ain't about respecting their women. They got on code and looked out for their group. The Jewish community, all these people wasn't about respecting our women. They got on code and looked out for their group. And they had an agenda. That's not contingent upon you respecting your women. It's all about us getting on code, and that's what we're doing. We're getting on code. Then he was saying, well, how we going to get some money from the government and we don't even have a positive word to say each other? You can't quantify how people greet each other. That's bullshit. You can't quantify how a person, you don't know how people greet each other. And that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China anyway. That's something that's just completely unquantifiable. Now that's deflecting and babbling at this point. Dude is way the fuck out of pocket with that bullshit. Yeah, I can't co-sign a nigga and then they start rambling on some total bullshit like that. There's zero correlation. You think these people are denying us resources because we don't respect our women? That's what about black on black crime talk? That's such a crock of bullshit, man. That's bullshit, dude. And I'm saying that because I've helped dude out with the Tulsa thing, and people were like, man, even when he called the show, I remember I had him call the show, and I donated to the Tulsa thing, and he low-key said some bullshit there that I kind of played past, that I'm okay. He's like, hey, man, Tariq, man, we in business together now. I said, niggas, stop. It's a donation. I'm like, it's a donation. I don't look for that money to come back. If you're doing something positive, I'm a donate to it. But don't try to run no game. Now, don't do that. All right. You know what I'm saying? Don't do all that, bro. Just get the fucking money and go ahead and do what you need to do with it, my nigga. Don't be on the bull. Don't be bullshit. Now I'm looking at you funny when niggas start talking that bullshit. So I played past that. Oh God, nigga, don't start selling shit to me, nigga. All right, it's just a little donation, bro. I ain't tripping on that little money. I think I might have sent him a stack or whatever. That's what I do. You look, if I see black folks trying to do something, I fuck with you. Even when people are looking at it kind of funny style, I'm like, dude, I try to help you out if you're trying to do something positive. But then when you get money and then start talking some bullshit, now it's like, okay, bro. All right, man. That was some hardcore bullshit because not only was it bullshit, it was off code. It was off code, man. Major off code. We ain't got to greet each other a certain way. Most black people greet each other in a friendly manner anyway. When they perpetuate stereotypes that white people say about us, now I'm looking at you real funny. Because for the most part, black people do greet each other generally with respect. So I don't even like that lie right there. That's a lie as far as I'm concerned. Excuse me. But none of that is contingent upon us getting what we're supposed to get from the government. None of that is contingent upon that. And then, on top of that, when you start talking that sovereign stuff, now we about to go all around the world now. Here we go. That sovereign bullshit. That's another fucking scam. That shit don't work. It don't work. It don't work. What we do, we're going to claim this one nationality. And that means we're going to include everybody, get all these other people. See, when people start talking that sovereignty thing, okay, let's bring in all these other people from other nations and then mix them in with us. Here we go, we're the toilet again. And many of these people already have anti-Black American hostilities, so they're going to come in and undermine our ass. This is why we got to start circling that wagon. But let's get a whole bunch of other people that we all claim a nationality, then we go to the world court and then get a seat at the world table and all that. Dude, world court ain't gonna do nothing to the United States. Look, black folks are getting slaughtered right now. You think the world court and the UN don't see all this? Black folks get the human rights violations every day in this country. You think the UN don't see that? And all of these so-called neutral world governing entities? You think they don't see that? These people are all on the same page with each other. The U.S. ain't going to get punished by these folks. The U.S. ain't going to get punished by no world court or the UN. They're just not going to get punished by them because, hell, you look at the UN. The UN knows that the UN is busy over there raping motherfuckers in Haiti. The UN be in the mix practicing white supremacy, putting poison in the water in these black countries. Dude, the UN is just as fucked up. You dig? So when people start doing all that, let's not focus on these people that we're looking at right here. Let's go all over here, and then we'll talk to them, and then we'll get a seat at the table with them, and then they gonna do something against these people over here. You think that? What we're doing now, we're already on the right path. We're already on the right path. Understand me. The name of the game is to have an or else that's going to be detrimental to order. Listen to me. When you want to make a move as a group, the or else has to be detrimental to the government so that they can move. The or else has to hurt. Yeah? Yeah, the UN and all these, they've already said the U.S. owes reparations. And the U.S. was like, okay, y'all make us do it. See, the thing is, if we don't have a military to back up what we want, to force our will, because that's what the U.S. does, and other Western powers, they have a military to back up their will. They'll say something and they back it up militarily. The advantage that we have is that we are a voting bloc. The problem is we vote for shit that don't represent our interests. We are a voting bloc that we've just been so completely loyal to the Democrats, and the whole thing for the last 50 years, we've been voting against the racist Republicans. That's the whole thing that we've been doing. The whole game they ran on us is that the Republicans are hella racist. They want to destroy your civil rights. So you got to vote against them to protect the civil rights that Dr. Martin Luther King fought for. And John Lewis got his ass whooped. That's been the whole game for 50 years, or over 50 years. You dig? And we've been voting as a bloc for that and for every other group. We've been letting people come over here and just dump on us, step on top of us, get everything, use those civil rights laws. That's why all these other groups, they're using civil rights laws to get them through. With the LGBT community, they're using civil rights laws, the Equality Act. With the immigrants, civil rights laws, all that. That's why they got John Lewis out there with everybody. I talked about this before. There's a reason why every group, they got John Lewis out there campaigning for. The civil rights, we've been voting civil rights for the last damn near 60 years. We've been doing civil rights. We're supposed to vote for civil rights to honor Dr. King, and our people fought for it and they got beat up, so we got to vote for it no matter what. That's why they can bring anybody to us. They bring all these hostile immigrant groups who have their own flavor of anti-black hatred, but we're told that they're minorities in the struggle, that they're just like us, and that somehow they're going to side with us once we help them out, and it never happens. It has never, ever, ever, ever happened. We get these folks over here, and they go out of their way to side against us all the time, without any exception. And black folks are waking up to that now. We see how hostile and deadly these other groups are to us with their own brand of anti-black racism. So we're rejecting them. We're rejecting the John Lewises. And again, they are here campaigning hard. Like with John Lewis, and I said this the other day, Asian people, here come John Lewis. Oh, this Asian person is suffering just like we did in the movement. And this is why we don't have to, that's why I go in on John Lewis. We don't have to respect that bullshit John Lewis is saying. We've been told, you got to respect your elders, but if my elders are selling me out, that ain't my damn elder. And we saw, and I played the clips, John Lewis, he'll cape for everybody except black people. The minute you talk about black empowerment, that nigga runs to the door. So that shows you the level of respect we got to give him. The minute you start talking about black empowerment, John Lewis gets the hell on somewhere. But any other thing but black people, he's right there. Any other thing but black, that nigga get a motherfucker from outer space. I have a man from another planet. His name is E.T. He came over here in a flying saucer. He is an extra testicle from another galaxy. And he wants to vote, and we have to support him and the other extra testicles that came over here. He has a magic finger with a light on it, and that finger reminds me of the Billy Club that beat me in Selma. So this nigga will cape for anybody. Any damn body. Extra testicles and everything else. You know he can't pronounce it. So we've been taught to vote like that. We've been taught to vote for that no matter what. No matter how detrimental it is to us. We've been taught to vote like that. So, and we're saying no. We're finally saying no, we're not going to do that no more. No, because this voting for all these groups, it's just not helping us no more. It's not helping us no more. We're not going to vote for all these damn groups. That John Lewis shit ain't working no more. It ain't working no more. We ain't falling for that. Yeah? And, they had that debate, and that debate was all over the place with the Democrats. They had the Democratic debate, and they were all over the place with that thing. And, with Marianne Williamson, I think that's her name, and I talked about this the other day, she mentioned reparations. And I said this, my theory about her, because she was kind of flighty, and when she mentioned reparations, then Kamala and Biden, they took that and started talking about race and then start talking about other issues, so they took that and ran with it and took it somewhere else. But with the Marianne Williamson lady, she's real flighty and kind of out there and eccentric. And I think that's by design, because when she was talking, people were clowning because the shit she was saying wasn't really making no sense. And I think that's a deliberate thing. They'll get her to talk about reparations, and then she's talking about some old other crazy shit. And people will look at it like, okay, anybody who talks about reparations is crazy. Because they were asking them, for Marianne, she brought up reparations, and then Kamala went somewhere else. And then at the end of the debate, they started asking all of them, what would you do your first day in office? So they went down the line. They were like, Kamala, what would you do? Well, I would pass the LGBT bill, and I would pass the DACA bill and do this. And Joe Biden, I would do this, and more money and school funding and all this. Then they went to Marianne, and they were like, what would you do? And she started talking in this real weird black accent. Well, what I would do, I would call the president of New Zealand and say, girlfriend, I'm here for the children. And we're like, bitch, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? People were looking at her like, what? It didn't make no sense. They're like, oh, God. We don't, and that's why y'all, I've never really co-signed her, even though she's talking about reparations. I'm like, wait a minute. I never really co-signed her. Just because somebody's talking about what we need to talk about don't mean that they're qualified to lead the conversation. She was talking some bullshit. I'm cool on her representing reparations. Because that's about it. They get somebody who's crazy as cat shit to talk about our issues, and no. I'm all for reparations, and also what I want to do, I would like to assign unicorns to every housing project to, instead of busing, people could ride unicorns to school and get a free lunch in Narnia. The hell? Oh, Lord. I'm cool. Yeah, I know she's friends with Oprah. I don't give a damn. With that unicorns and Narnia talk. I'm cool, man. We don't need that mixed in with our conversation. I'm sorry. We don't need that mixed in with our conversation. But Kamala, she was on the debate. She was going in on Joe Biden. They were going back and forth about racism. She's like, well, I'm the only black woman here and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people, black society, they were rejecting her because, she's not a foundational black American. And because black society is rejecting her, the Democrats have a new strategy where they're attacking black Americans now. It was just me. Remember, the Democrats came out attacking me. All of them attacked me. Now that they see so many of us on code, they're just going to attack black society at this point. So what they did, they've been putting their Sambos on television for the last couple of days. They've been putting their Sambos on TV and getting their Sambos to throw dirt on black society. On Joy Reid's show, they had Malcolm Nance. He's a CIA coon, and he works for intelligence. And then they had that Jason Johnson dude from The Root, and I just exposed his ass the other day. Do y'all know the dude from The Root, Jason Johnson? He didn't know I had these receipts. Now, I've sat on these receipts for a little bit. I was just waiting to hit his ass with it. But this nigga's family works for the FBI. Jason Johnson from The Root, his mom, and I posted a link to a few of her things, her LinkedIn page. She works for the FBI. Well, he got mad when I exposed that. Now, do you think that's a coincidence? Well, when I hit him with that receipt, he didn't know what to do. This nigga's family works for the FBI, and the thing is, he's the editor, the main editor of The Root. So now you see why The Root is doing everything they can to undermine black society. The Root and the FBI, they're clicked in. So now we have proof that they're clicked in. This is why people have been calling out The Root for all their anti-black garbage, and they're supposed to be a black entity. This is why they've fallen off, too. They got sold to a private equity firm not too long ago because we've exposed them. Because we knew that they had ulterior motives. Now we see where they got that from. You think COINTELPRO is dead? Remember, this is the same FBI that had COINTELPRO. Yeah, this nigga's not only that. Let me show you the receipts. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Hold on. Oh, I got something else queued up. I'll show it in a minute. But his mom is actually a unit chief at the FBI. Hold on. Let me pull that up so I can show y'all. I don't want to say nothing without being able to prove it to y'all. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see it. But let me show this. Let me show this. Hold on. Let me get my receipts. Come on, thing. Come on, thing. Come on. Where you at? Let me get my receipts and show this. Come on, thing. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me pull up my Twitter page. But let me show y'all this. I'll show you. That nigga mom is a unit chief at the FBI. All right. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is bam, Jason Johnson's mom, Jerry Johnson Drake. unit chief at the Federal Bureau of Investigations. He's been there at that position for 7 years. Now, this is the mother of the dude, and this is her with some other law enforcement. They gave her an award. You dig? If y'all can see this, hold on. Can y'all see it? Hold on, wait, let me pull it up. All right, this is her again. So they gave her an award. You dig? All right. So this dude's mom is a unit chief. And so he can't play it off like it's some kind of menial position. This nigga family is basically running a department up there. This woman's been running a department at the damn FBI. Damn, Jason Johnson. Y'all clicked in like that? No wonder this nigga goes around shitting on black society. This nigga mama runs a whole unit up there. She's the unit chief. She runs a unit at the FBI. So yeah, we got a family of snitches and informants. No wonder The Root is basically a website, an LGBT immigration website that dumps on black society and undermines black society. Damn. You think they ain't got nothing to do with the content of The Root? And the fact that this bitch ass nigga is the editor, and he's always saying some reckless shit and going around lying. Jason Johnson's a pathological liar. We've called him out on his lies a million times. You did? Wow. This thing is real. This thing is real. Am I buffering? Am I good? All right, there we go. I was buffering for a minute. Y'all refresh your page if y'all see me buffering. Yeah, that's not a small thing at all. Yeah, if y'all see me buffering, refresh your page. All right. I'm back. I'm good. Okay, got it. Yeah, it was buffering for a second, but don't trip. Give me a little swig. I'm good now. I'm good. Cool. I'm good. But let me play the clip. Hold on, let me play this clip of them. Malcolm Nance was on Joy Reid's show, and Jason Johnson was there too. But let me play this. Hold on. Let me grab this real quick. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is Malcolm the Coon Nance.
I want to push your timeline back a little bit. We first saw, there's a small group of black cybersecurity specialists and me, started seeing these birther attacks on Kamala Harris last September when she launched her presidential bid. And that's where this whole, are you a real descendant of an African-American family or an African-American slave started popping up. It dipped until about January. You did a segment on your show, and then we saw this explosion of real people. They're not all bots. They are real people. They're trolls who are this small fractional fringe group led by a...
Okay. Now listen to what this nigga's lying his ass off. He's deliberately lying, okay? He's deliberately lying. He's straight up lying, guys. This dude is lying. And he knows he's lying. He's lying, okay? Hold on. And he's talking about it's a small fringe group and all this stuff. So he's lying.
Small fractional fringe group led by a former black conservative, and that was picked up quickly by other conservatives.
What's led? Nobody's led by anybody. See, what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it seem like black folks who want reparations, we're some type of small covert group that's centralized with one leader. There is no leader for black people wanting to get reparations. There is no leader. Nobody's having meetings and getting together. See, they got their coons going out here just spewing straight up lies.
Conservatives, and then we started seeing the automated, non-organic cyber amplification of their message. And then when the discussion about reparations came out, their entire argument is crazy. The argument is when you were picked up on that slave ship from Western Africa, and if you were dropped off in Curacao or in Dominica or Bahamas or Jamaica, then you are less of a black.
Okay, he's lying. He knows that's not what we're talking about. This coon is deliberately lying. This is a CIA agent who's put out there to spread lies and misinformation. Jason Johnson from The Root is sitting right up there with him, by the way. And now we know that Jason Johnson's family is FBI. So again, this is COINTELPRO stuff all day. This is COINTELPRO anti-black lies that these people are doing. He's lying. Straight up into all of, and Joy Reid too. Joy, you ain't no better, sister. Joy, you got to be called out too. Immigrant Joy. Because she put up the tweet, Malcolm Nance shares his perspective on the horrible new form of birtherism being directed at Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Okay, Joy, you up out the paint too, sister.
Than a slave who was dropped off in Charleston, South Carolina. It is a horrible form of black racism that has now been harnessed to be a voter suppression tool, because their entire campaign is don't vote for anyone who is not dropped off in Charleston, South Carolina in the 17th century.
That's a damn lie. That's a bald-faced damn lie. And that's by design. You understand? That nigga got on television and told a blatant group of lies. Nothing that he said was true. What they're doing now, guys, they're doing scorched earth right now with black voters. The Democratic Party is doing a scorched earth program with black people now. They're like, okay, we're desperate. They ain't gonna let up off this reparations. Let's just completely throw black people under the bus, and let's try to get some of these white supremacist votes. They're desperate. They're trying to get the white supremacist vote right now. So now they ain't even trying to act like they're not a white supremacist anti-black organization. They're getting all their boule Negroes, and they're trying to say, okay, look, fuck it. Those blacks are the real racists. They sound like Candace Owens and them niggas now. They got their Democratic coons sounding like Larry Elder and Candace Owens. What the hell is the difference between the Democratic coons and Candace Owens and Larry Elder and all of them? They sound just like them now. They've gone back. The Democrats are now going to try to go back to get some of those white supremacist votes now. They're like, fuck it, we're going to go back to white supremacy, open white supremacy. Let me get on Roland, because Roland, again, they done sent out all the boule Negroes. They done sent out all of their boule Negroes to throw black folks under the bus. Roland's big chunky ass, here he is. Hold on, let me get him. Let me get him. They had him throwing black folks under the bus too. And then he tried to be slick, talking about black men, trying to play the black man, black woman, divide and conquer thing. Let me get to Rolly. Hold on, bear with me. Let me get this. All right. Let me get this screen. Whoop, my bad. Okay, hold on. Come on, thing. Okay, my thing acting up. Okay, hold on. Shit, man. Come on. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. Let me expand this a little bit. Okay. All right. This is Rolly.
Let's come now to 2020. The Democratic contenders coming to the defense of Senator Kamala Harris, the senator being targeted by online attacks they are slamming as racist and comparing to birtherism. Donald Trump Jr. attributed for elevating the attacks with this retweet about Harris's race. He later deleted it. And here's what former HUD Secretary and 2020 candidate Julian Castro had to say earlier.
This is the game that these folks play. They put something out there. You notice what he did. He tweeted it out, and then he deleted it like a coward so he can say, oh, that was just a mistake. But he knows what he's doing. He's giving voice to these racist, utterances about Senator Harris.
Okay, so now the whole thing, notice all of the Democrats now are calling black Americans racist. Notice, because we don't want to support Kamala Harris because she don't give a damn about us, now we're racist. They're talking about us. This whole thing is to pander to these moderate white supremacists by calling, well, black folks are the real race. We're the racists.
And back in, Jonathan Alter, Susan Del Percio, and Roland Martin. Roland, you first here. Don Jr.'s spokesman told the New York Times, quote, that Don's tweet was simply asking him if it was true that Kamala Harris was half Indian, because it's not something he'd ever heard before. And then once he saw folks were misconstruing the intent, he quickly deleted it. What do you make of this?
Donald Trump Jr. is Fredo, and he clearly can't read a bio. All he has to do is go read the bio of Senator Kamala Harris, then you'll understand her background. And so he is probably the dumbest of all the Trump children. But here's the real issue here. The attacks on Senator Kamala Harris's blackness really started the moment she announced. And where it's really coming from, this is black self-hate cloaked in black self-love.
This big, fat, chipmunk Negro, he's going full coon. Listen to him. This is black self-hate. I done warned y'all about these boule Negroes for years. He's going full coon now.
There are people out there who are saying that because she is not a descendant of slaves, she really can't speak to the black experience. They dismiss the fact that she went to an HBCU.
We don't give a fuck about no damn HBCU, nigga. We don't give a damn about no H. Hell no, we dismiss it. We don't give a damn about no HBCU. They're talking like we supposed to be stupid. Hell no, we don't care about no damn HBCU. They dismissed she went to an HBCU. Hell, white people go to... Rachel Dolezal went to a damn HBCU. Fuck is this nigga talking about? Nigga, Rachel Dolezal went to a damn HBCU. That don't mean nothing.
She really can't speak to the black experience. They dismiss the fact that she went to an HBCU. They dismiss her actual background. And that's what the real issue here. There are black people...
Say, what's her actual background? You see, he's evading it. Hold up. What's her actual background? They dismiss she went to an HBCU. Who gives a shit? They dismiss her background. No, we don't dismiss her background. That's the problem. We know what her background is, nigga. We don't dismiss her background. It's her background that makes us not want to rock with her, and her record is what we don't want to rock with her about. But it's the HBCU, and he can't name nothing else. That's the extent of her damn blackness. The HBCU. Notice he couldn't name nothing else. Because this woman has spent the rest of her life distancing herself from black society and punishing black society. So now we don't want to go for her bullshit, and we call out her record with it's black self-hate. It's black self-hate. Well, the Democrats ain't shit for putting these Sambos out there like that. Hold on.
Her actual background, and that's what the real issue here. There are black people out there who are angry that who say Obama didn't do enough for African Americans, and what they're not doing is demanding really policy questions. They're questioning her blackness.
No, fool! You a fat fucking liar. You see these fuckers are going out here lying their asses off? You see how they're going out here? We are talking about reparations policies. We are asking for policies. We are asking for policy. See how these Negroes get on the white media and lie? We've been talking about policies nonstop. We have been running around here talking about tangibles. Tangibles 2020, reparations. We are talking about policies. They're telling us to go to hell. See, they getting these niggas up here lying their asses off on TV. They're getting on TV just telling bald-faced lies. Hold on.
You even have some fools out there who are black, especially a lot of black men, who are criticizing her because her husband is white. And so I understand that folks are talking about Donald Trump Jr. retweeting this, but really, you've got some asinine black folks out there who are the ones who are questioning her blackness, and they are shameful, and they are despicable, and then they should be called out at every turn.
Why do you, Susan, think that the Trumps keep wading into this territory? I mean, we can specifically focus on
Roland, he just went full coon right there, guys. We didn't warn y'all about Roland. Roland went full, boy, the biscuits, they threw all the biscuits at this nigga. He done went full coon. Then he tried to save it. He tried to reel it back. But okay, I done threw black folks under the bus. The Democrats then made me throw black folks under the bus, but let me try to salvage some of it. Let me try to salvage the black women voters. So it was the black men who really did it, though. It was really the black men. So that he can try to get some of them women voters so they don't throw all of us under the bus, which they already did. It was the black men, the fools. That's what the Democrats think about us. Putting their boot-licking coons on there to throw us under the bus. And Roland he's not even the foundation of black America. That nigga's Haitian. A big, fat, jollof rice eating Haitian. And shout out to my real Haitians, because he's a Haitian anchor baby. He ain't even... I don't think Haiti want his ass. I talked to some Haitians, they don't want his ass. You dig? But, yeah, Yvette Carnello's a woman, so she's against that. So that whole thing about this, the black men, I mean, then which lie you gonna tell? Didn't y'all they were talking about she's the leader, but she's a woman. But it's black men. So which one? They don't even know what lie to stick with. The lies are just all over the place. The lies are all over the place. But the thing is with Kamala Harris. Okay, why am I hold on. Okay, where's Lex? Oh, I'm like, what the hell? How'd he get outside?
You didn't put the tray on?
No. Sorry about that, guys. My kids are running all out the house. All right. But where am I? Kids threw me off, came in here. Hold on, I'm looking for something. Hold on, looking for something. Where is it? But we don't rock with Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris don't rock with us. We don't owe the Democrats nothing. Let's be clear. We don't owe the Democrats nothing. We don't owe the Democrats jack shit. And they're trying to play up this whole Kamala ain't black enough angle to get away from the fact that we want a policy. We want reparations, and we're not going to let up off that. No, it ain't really reparations. Y'all just don't like her because y'all don't think she's black enough. See, that's the lie that they're trying to push so that they can get white voters on their side. But remember, we don't owe Kamala nothing as foundational black Americans because Kamala Harris has told everybody what they're going to get. She's going to do stuff for DACA. She's going to do stuff for non-citizens. She's going to do stuff for the LGBT. She was walking around with a rainbow coat on earlier today. But remember, just for some of y'all who forgot, when it comes to black people, this is the reason why we're not rocking with Kamala. This is what Kamala says she's going to do specifically for black people when we want something. We asked for something specific, and Kamala told us this is what she's going to do. If I get this motherfucker to act right, hold on, where are we? Come on.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Now listen, people. What the hell are we supposed to vote for her for? If you go say that to any other group, which you wouldn't fix your mouth to say that. You wouldn't fix your mouth to say that to Native Americans. You wouldn't fix your mouth to say that to Jewish people. You wouldn't fix your mouth to say that to the LGBT crowd. You wouldn't even say that to non-citizens. You think I'm going to help illegal immigrants? No. But you bring that bullshit to us. After all we've done, we're the most loyal party. We're taxpayers. We built this damn nation that you came over to enjoy, and then you tell us, well, am I going to do something just for black people? No. I mean, you said it with disgust. She got an attitude and said it with an attitude and disgust. She was disgusted with that. And you think we're supposed to run out voting for you? Are you insane? These people talk to us like we stupid. Now that black people are saying, nah, we're not going to go for that. Well, y'all racist. You guys are racist because you don't want us to dump our garbage on you, because that's what they want to do. They want to dump garbage from other cultures on us. They bring these people in who have these anti-black hostilities, like Kamala. Kamala Harris, listen to me. Black people, don't let them shame you for not accepting her fake allegiance to black society. We're not the dumping grounds for other people. We have a right to have an allegiance to our group. We're patriotic to our group, and we should be. Other groups are patriotic to their groups. Other groups go out of their way to exclude black Americans. Kamala Harris comes from two different cultures that have anti-black American sentiments. She comes from two cultures that harbor anti-black American hostility. Number one, she comes from Indian culture, and that culture is decidedly anti-black American. They're anti-black. Look at Gandhi. Look at the leaders of Indian culture. Gandhi was a hardcore anti-black racist, and that anti-black racism is prevalent all through India. You can see that with African students who go to India. They get treated like garbage by the Indian people there. And then when they get here, they bring that same anti-black sentiment that they have when we deal with them. They go out of their way to distance themselves from us because they dark. They're like, oh, I'm dark, but I ain't one of them. I'm dark, but I ain't one of them. They've been having a caste system for years over there. The Dravidians over there are dark-skinned Africanoid people who get treated like garbage, the untouchables. They get treated like trash over there. The anti-black sentiment is prevalent, and she comes from that culture on her mama's side. Then look at the Jamaican side. Now, in Jamaica, let's talk sociology here. In Jamaica, you have a class of black people, mixed black people over here, who have an elitist attitude, who look at the other Jamaicans who are black negatively. Do y'all understand that? Not just in Jamaica, really in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, you have an elitist class who look down upon the other darker people in those cultures. Jamaica has that. You have the elitist class, those mixed folks, who look at the black Jamaican masses funny style, because her family comes from slave owners. They're direct descendants of slave owners out there in Jamaica. Yeah, in Jamaica, don't they call them coalies, right? In Jamaica, they call some of those, because coalies have there's different types of coalies, but from what my Jamaican folks, I want to be right and exact, because I've heard that term to describe some of those folks. They call them coalies. I've heard that term when I went over there before, and it was always some people that look kind of mixed. right? Am I right? Because I've heard that. Is it the Indians? Because I've heard that term over there. And it's always, I'm like, who owns that store? Yeah, so Coley's on that. So Coley is an Indian. Okay. But the thing is, you have these mixed people, this elitist class over in Jamaica of phenotypically people of color, but they view themselves as different from the rest of the Jamaican masses. You got people over there, the elitist class, who they don't look at themselves as the same as the other Jamaicans. She comes from that. That's what she comes from. So you think if those elitists, if they have a negative, hostile attitude towards the black, darker Jamaicans there, you don't think they have that same thing towards us over here? They have the same thing. The uptown Jamaicans, that what they call them? Those uptown Jamaicans, yeah. But yeah, they got it. Who's that? Let's see what my nieces are saying. But yeah, they have that. Let's see what my nieces. So my nieces are sending me happy birthday messages. Shout out to my baby girls. Shout out to my nieces, Taylor and Cameron. Shout out to everybody for the Cash Apps. People are still sending the Cash App. Much respect to everybody with the Cash App, and y'all see the Cash App in my thing. But what I'm saying, Bosie slaves, Bolsies. Okay, well, there's different names for them. Y'all bear with them. People are sending Cash Apps, and much respect to y'all. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Coolie. It's coolies, okay. Because I've heard coolies and Coley before. I've heard coolies and Coley. Because there was actually a Jamaican restaurant called Coley's out here in L.A. And yes, Kamala Harris's family owned slaves. They come from the slave owners. They're direct descendants, and they've held that into high esteem over there. And coolies. But I've heard the term Coley before too. It's 12:07. Well, it's midnight. It's my birthday, guys. It's officially my birthday on the East Coast right now. It's July 1st right now on the East Coast. So on the East Coast is my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. So happy birthday to me on the East Coast. And my Cash App is right there. Y'all can send a birthday blessing with the Cash App right below me, right there, right under me. Y'all can send me a birthday blessing. You dig? But the thing is, like I said, with Kamala Harris, because she comes from two cultures that have anti-black hostilities, anti-black American hostilities, that shows in her policies. And they're trying to blame it on her marrying a white man. Nobody talks about bedwenching or anything like that. My thing is, before we even get to that, her policies have been so bad, you forget about the husband shit. There's so many other things with her. And they're trying to put it on black men. Black women ain't rocking with no damn Kamala Harris. Black women don't rock with her. Because black women know those boule links, women like that, who's part of those little black secret societies, those little bougie organizations. You know how they feel about you. They look down on black women just as bad as black men. Those boule, the Links of America, Jack and Jill women, those are the ones who be running the school board and talking about they're going to have a ban on women wearing headscarves. doing little things to embarrass lower class sisters. They're good at that. They love getting together in their little old suits and kind of talking down on the uncultured lower class black women. That's kind of their thing. So this is why Kamala had those school policies where they were locking up black mothers for children who were skipping school. So sisters ain't falling for the okie doke either. That's why she can't connect with sisters. That's why they're trying to throw all black folks under the bus, because sisters ain't connecting with her. They don't give a damn about the black male voter. They know black men. We were cool on her from the gate. But sisters ain't rocking with her. And this is why they tried to get her to come out dancing the Cardi B, doing all that goofy ass dancing, so she could connect with sisters. And sisters was like, nah, that ain't it, girl. That ain't it. You dig? So people ain't rocking with her. And we rejected her. Now they're going to go scorched earth with black society. They're going to just throw us under the bus and just go for the white supremacist vote now. Because they're like, the coons ain't working. They see we're circling our wagons. So when they bring these foreign coons and these anchor babies out, they see we're calling them out. So now that's a problem. Just like that Coleman Cruz dude. They see we're calling those anchor baby Negroes out for what they are. People with double allegiances. They got one allegiance here and an allegiance to another country, which is a problem. So they're going to throw us under the bus. We are trying to have an allegiance to ourselves, our own nation, which is what we're supposed to do. And I asked this question earlier. I said, look, what legitimate reason do black people have to vote for Kamala Harris? What legitimate reason do we have to vote for Kamala Harris? There is literally no legitimate reason to vote for her. Again, remember, with Kamala Harris, they were promoting her as the first Indian American. For a long time, they were promoting her as an Indian American. See, black Americans, we don't have these dual allegiances, and we don't need to. And don't be ashamed not to have these dual allegiances. We have a very unique history. We are a unique people, and we shouldn't be ashamed of acknowledging that and wanting to protect that. Every other group does the same for their group. They don't let us in. So we shouldn't be the trash heap for every other group. You dig? And the thing about it, with the white supremacists, see, they prefer their coons to be anchor babies. See, they like their minions and their operatives to be Negroes who have dual allegiances, dual alliances. So when they fall out of favor in black society, they have another allegiance or another country or another culture to fall back on. You understand? They like those double agents within black society. This is why they don't let us into their culture. But once we call out some of these double agent coons who are Grenadian or Haitian or Jamaican and Haitian and American, Jamaican American, when we reject them, well, they go back to that other culture. You dig? After we see that they're trying to undermine us. See, that's what they like. Those are the preferred type of coons they like. See, they don't like domestic coons. They don't like foundational black American coons too much because they know that foundational black American coons are turn on them. They understand that. They understand that foundational, when they get coons from here, there's a high percentage of coons that are turn on them. Like Omarosa. See, they don't like the Omarosa type. See, Omarosa's, she's an ADOS. She's the foundational black American, from what I understand. There's no people in her family immigrants. See, Omarosa, she'll play the role, but Omarosa be up there secretly taping their ass. You understand? Because we know, if you're a foundational black American, if you are a coon, you know you're a coon. You understand? You know the truth. You dig? I'm giving you an example. Omarosa is the perfect example. And just like Jesse Lee Peterson, Jesse Lee, he's a coon, but Jesse Lee knows he's a coon, and they know that Jesse Lee can turn on him. That's why they use Jesse for trolling for the most part, but they know they ain't about to give him no real positions or anything like that. They're not about to let them into to high places like that. You dig? But yeah, with Omarosa, she sat by the door and she was out there getting receipts on their ass. You dig? You say Omarosa's half African? She never claimed that openly, I don't think. Yeah, I never heard her claim that openly. If she did, I never heard her claim that. Yeah. Because y'all saying she's a whole bunch of different things. But no, Jesse's a genuine coon, but the domestic coons can still turn on you. Domestic coons can still turn on you. You dig? So we have a right to reject all these other groups, and we have a right to not want people around us who have these dual allegiances, because normally these people who have dual allegiances, they throw us under the bus. So we have a right to say, hey, I'm cool on that. You dig? But as far as Kamala Harris, you know, they know that we've rejected her. So now they're going to use this because black people are not moving from the reparations talk. They thought that we were just going to, it was going to be a fad. We were just going to talk about it for a minute. Then they're going to start talking about student loans and doing stuff for everybody. And we're going to go for the kumbaya talk. And black people are like, no, we still on this. No, we require this. And this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. The fact that we have to be able to move the crowd. We have to be able to put an or else on the game. We have to be able to do an or else. And if you don't have a military to back you up, you use your code to undermine a system that requires your participation. See, the Democrats, in order for the Democrats to thrive, in order for the Democrats to bring in all of these groups, remember, they're using laws that were made for us. So this is why they got to have us out there co-signing all of these policies that they're using for other people to undermine us. They need us. They need black people to co-sign affirmative action that helps other people. They need us to co-sign immigration that helps other people. They need us to co-sign all this stuff. When we don't co-sign it, we delegitimize all that other stuff. And then we undermine it, and it all comes tumbling down. So we weaponize our vote by staying on code. So that's what we're doing. We're weaponizing our vote now to undermine their whole thing. They depend on us to go out in large numbers and support that garbage. If we don't support that, it all comes tumbling down. All their boule Negroes, all these immigration setups, we undermine that with us staying on code and our voting block power. Because now we're doing something, family, that we've never done in this country. Do y'all understand that? See, this is a historical time for black Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in American history that black people voted with an agenda. Do you understand that this is the first time in American history that black people had a collective agenda. This is our first time doing this, and they don't know how to act because we've never done it before. So they don't even know how to react to it. They're like, damn, these niggas done coded up on our ass. So they don't know what to do. The Democrats are all over the place, which is good. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They're going to lose. Now, if they come through with that reparations package, you can save the Democrats. See, it's a win-win for us either way. That's the thing. Dr. Claude Anderson, this is where I'm getting a lot of this stuff from. He's been talking that. He's been talking this for years. It's the only thing we've never tried. The problem is the reason why we never got shit, black people, we never demanded it. And demanded by getting on code with it. We've never demanded it for ourselves. We've been the toilet for every other people. We've been okay, let's all of us get something together, and they're our friends, and they're going to look out for we all in this together. And we do that, and then everybody gets all the tangible benefits, and then we're left holding a bag of crumbs. This is the first time in history that black Americans said, hey, it's about us, and it's about our agenda, and nobody else's. That means some of these immigrants who look like us, it ain't about you either. So now people are scrambling. Oh, y'all racist now. Other groups do this, but we're racist for doing that. And they're trying to punk us, and we're not going to let it happen. We're going to stay on code. Democrats, y'all can do all that shaming and getting your butter biscuit eating coons on TV to talk about how much we self-hate. No other group will have that. That's the disrespect level they have for us. Remember, the white puppet masters put Roland and Malcolm Nance and Jason Johnson, their white puppet masters put them on TV to throw black folks under the bus. Talking about we self-hate and we're the real racists. Don't let them punk you with that garbage. They're trying to punk us out right now. We're going to stay on code, and if y'all don't come through with them tangibles, meaning a reparations package for foundational black Americans only, we ain't going to move from that beat. They can get on TV and talk about that. Well, listen, they said that people who are dropped off in the Caribbean are less black than Americans who were dropped off as slaves. That's so ridiculous. Don't even argue with them on that. They're playing dumb deliberately. Y'all play dumb all you want to. You can play dumb all you want to and keep disrespecting us. Let Trump get on in there. We don't care. Let me tell you, and I've said this before, at this point, we will deal with less racism if Trump is reelected. At this point, we will deal with less racism if Trump is elected, because with Trump, all we have to do is deal with white extremists. We can deal with that. If one of these Democrats run on the platform that they're running on, we not only have to deal with white supremacy, we got to deal with anti-black hatred coming from the Hispanic community, anti-black hatred coming from the Middle Eastern community, anti-black hatred coming from the Asian community, anti-black hatred coming from Caribbean and African immigrants, anti-black racism coming from the LGBT. We got to deal with 4-5 different flavors of hate coming from the damn Democrats. We got all types of flavors of hate coming from the damn Democrats. And we're going to keep throwing it in their damn faces. We got to deal with the Peter Liangs. We got to deal with the George Zimmermans. We got to deal with the Candace Owens. And all these other immigrant coons and the Coleman Cruzes. We got to deal with the Ed Bucks. from the LGBT community. We got to deal with them. We got to deal with anti-black racism from 5, 6 different damn groups coming from the Democrats, and they want to shame us for not voting for them? Man, please. We don't owe them shit. The rainbow means all the flavors of hate that we got to deal with from them. That's what the rainbow is. The Rainbow Coalition is all the different flavors of anti-black hatred coming from other colors. That's what the Rainbow Coalition is. Different flavors of anti-black hatred. And black Americans, you don't owe them nothing. They can't sit up here and try to point the finger at Trump. Yeah, we know his get down. We know that. Now look at your racism, anti-black hatred, with this fake minority coalition thing. They make it seem like because these people are non-white, that they're less racist than white. No. The narrative that they try to spin is because they're minorities too. They're minorities just like you, so there's some kind of camaraderie there. That ain't the truth at all. These people come from anti-black cultures. So them being non-white don't make them less anti-black. As a matter of fact, it makes them more anti-black because they are trying to get into good graces with white society. So their anti-black hatred is more pronounced. So Democrats, see, this is, we don't have to play nice. We don't have to play nice with these folks. They can't make us get out there and vote for them. See, that's the thing. That's the leverage you have. You chilling will make them tumble, and they know that. They can't make you get out and vote now. So now they're scrambling for these other groups. See, they don't know who to go for. See, they can't get the illegal immigrants to vote because they're not citizens. Their family members who are Hispanic and over here, they're not going to vote for the Democrats because once the Hispanics get here, they identify with white and the white supremacists, and they're going to be out there voting for Trump. 50% of them voted for Trump. So they can't rely on that Hispanic vote. You dig? So they're scrambling. The gay vote, you can't really get that because that number, that voting block ain't as big. You dig? Shout out to Arden Plumbing. Shout out to my brother. So the most loyal voting bloc they've had is us. The problem is we've been voting for every damn thing but our own agenda, and now that's changed. You dig? So now the Democratic Party as we know it is in jeopardy. And they hate the fact that we're pulling the strings as far as that, and we should continue to pull the strings. Don't let nobody tell you, man, let's start focusing on sovereignty and going to the world. No. We're already in a sweet spot right now. We're in a good spot right now. Now we're showing black power. We're flexing power. This is why so many people are attacking foundational black Americans, trying to switch it up and make it something else. Turn it into some kind of fringe organization. They're trying their damnedest to delegitimize it. All these people connected to the CIA and the FBI, they're trying to delegitimize it. You dig? Because the thing is, they understand this is important. They understand this isn't, they're in a pickle right now. They're in a pickle. They understand sociology. So with black people, it's a chess move right now. Black people threatening to not participate if we don't get tangibles, they're in a pickle. Because if we don't participate, we're delegitimizing the system. And when we don't participate, those are seeds of rebellion. When you when you accepted the fact that you're a completely marginalized group where your system is not going to help you or protect you, nature, by definition, and automatically, you will look for ways to protect yourself. When you fully accepted the fact that your system will not help you or protect you, naturally, you will look for ways to protect and defend yourself and your group. And when a whole group has decided, well, we're going to have to defend ourselves because nobody else is going to help us, that's dangerous to the system of oppression. When everybody has come to the conclusion that we're out here on our own, so we need to protect ourselves by any means necessary, nature's going to kick in. The primal instinct of survival is going to kick in. So we're going to have to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. Because they've thrown us under the bus. You dig? So that's rebellion thinking right there. Now, if they give us our tangibles, that's cool in the game, which they're trying their damnedest not to do. And if they lie about what they're going to do and don't do it, that's a major problem. If they lie and say they're going to do something and then don't do it, that's really going to be a problem. That's why there were so many riots in the 1960s. That's what the Kerner Commission was about. The Kerner Commission, they did a study to find out why black people were whooping so much ass in the 60s. Black people were rioting in the 60s. Black people were kicking up so much dust in the 60s. They found out the reason why so many riots were popping off is because the government kept promising black folks shit. They kept promising black folks stuff and didn't deliver. They didn't deliver and black folks started turning up because they were lying to us. We didn't get what they said they were going to give us, so we started turning up. So they said, okay, what we got to do is come up with a new policy called benign neglect. Let's don't offer black people shit. That way, they won't turn up on us because we didn't offer them nothing. That's where benign neglect came from. That's why they came up with benign neglect. That's why they go out of their way to not even mention us. Now that we're demanding that they mention us, now they're in a pickle. Now they're in a pickle. You dig? So now you should be in a pickle. So we got to stay on code. So we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot right now. If they don't, they're going to fall off, which is good. They're going to eat themselves alive and destroy themselves, which they should, because let me tell you something. Either way, if we stay on our square and stay on the grind, we're going to win. If we buckle and go out here and vote, do you know how detrimental it is to black society if we vote for the Democrats right now? If we vote for the Democrats right now, do you know how detrimental that is to us? If we vote for them right now with what they have on the table for us, which is nothing, not only do they have nothing on the table for us, their policies directly undermine us. Their policies, listen to me, the policies that the Democrats have will wipe us out as a group faster than whatever the Republicans doing, which is nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They just like to sit up in their trailer park and be segregated and just feel superior, which is, all right, knock yourself out. We don't want to be around you anyway. But what they're doing with us, the Democrats are using civil rights laws made for us to empower the white gay community so that they can get federal laws to protect them as a group and marginalize black people as being homophobic so they can use those federal laws against us. They're getting the resources and putting them on immigrants and people who aren't even citizens. So our resources are getting squandered on people who ain't even from here. And also they're bringing over these hostile immigrants who harm us with impunity. They bring over these Asian groups who harm us and beat us up in the nail shops with impunity. And the Peter Liangs to harm us with impunity. And then they load up all of these so-called minorities to get all the benefits and set-asides that were supposed to be for us, and we're left with nothing. And we're using our tax dollars to pay for these groups to undermine us. It's double against our interests to vote for the Democrats at this point. And they got to get us to co-sign it. If we co-sign it, we can't complain. I mean, the 14th Amendment is getting raped by all these other groups, and they got us to co-sign it. They bring these other groups that we fund not only with our tax dollars, but they put them in our community, and we fund their businesses, and then they turn around and flip on us. We can't afford that no more. We can't afford that. See, this is what we got to start doing, new stuff, and this is new by being on code, and not that boycott bullshit. Because we get on some shit, let's boycott Christmas. No. We're in a good space right now. We're in a good space right now. Because the Democratic Party should be broken up. The way it's designed now, it's an anti-black party that's been pretending to be our friend. And the Democrats and Republicans, they've been competing to see who can provide the most anti-black hatred and policies. And we got to cut that out. We got to stop that short. We don't have no allegiances to a party. We have allegiances to agendas. Dig? Anyway, let me get out of here, guys. Let me roll. Anyway, man, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. Boom. Get the Hidden Colors shirts. Get the Hidden Colors tickets to see Hidden Colors 5 in theaters all over the country. August 1st, next month. We got a month to go. Get your tickets. Again, it's my birthday. Y'all hit that Cash App below for the birthday love. Much respect to everybody who hit that Cash App. Much respect to you guys. Y'all have a good afternoon. A good day tomorrow. And y'all be straight.